Thank you, Randy. This is great. I'm not sure I can explain disruptive technologies and several different industries in 10 minutes or less. Just suffice it to say that I've enjoyed the opportunity to support my community, to manufacture products that are high quality here in the United States, to participate in the data information and transportation industries, and to start the first maritime transportation company supported without government funds that operated across Gulf and the American port connection between Brownsville and Tampa. So SOX, radio-controlled airplanes, trucks, data, and ships. Yeah, I'd say that's different industries. And I'm really thrilled to be here because drawing on some of those experiences, I want to help put some meat, just briefly, around these deep topics of how we might explore the intersection of business, where integrity matters, and a place that we can empower ourselves and our mission with zeal. I kind of, like I mentioned, want to sort of turn it a little bit over. It's the intersection of those points that I want to focus on. And what it means ultimately at that intersection is that we are experiencing an outcome that is the result of where we and when we know that we've been able to operate with integrity. What does it feel like when you're doing that? What does it feel like? What's the outcome? And when we're doing it with zeal, there are some things that we would recognize that I just want to focus on. And the first thing is, at the intersection, you find celebration. So with please forgive me if I ask for some audience participation, but would everybody stand up if you expect to have a birthday in the next 12 months? Fantastic. All right, now, let's stay standing. That's very positive thinking, right? If you have had a birthday then already in the month of January, February, or March, turn to your left. Stay standing, but turn to your left and face the people there. Okay. Now, if you expect to have a birthday, let's see, in May through December, turn to your right. Oh, wow, look at that. It's a bigger statistical percentage of people, right? Okay. Now, raise your hand if you have a birthday in the month of April. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. Raise your hand high, because we all can't see that. There's some people that get their backs to you. Okay. Now raise your second hand if your birthday is today. Oh, here we go. Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to introduce to you my daughter, Piper Cleveland. Now, let's stay standing for just a moment, because we're going to talk a little bit about what happens at the intersection of integrity and zeal and business in life. We find those moments that we have to celebrate. So I want this to be participative, and I would hope that my daughter wouldn't mind coming down here for a moment. Yeah, to you, happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Piper. Happy birthday to you. Oh my gosh. Awesome. So thank you so much, Piper. I appreciate this. I know I'll pay for it for years. You may sit down with our friend Serena. I have a special present for you that your dad got a first from my collection, Serena Silva. And it's the handmade bag made out of beautiful. Vegan leather, and I hope you like it. Oh wow, it's beautiful. Thank you. Serena, thank you. She whispered in my ear, "You're going to pay for that later." So we had an early introduction of our next speaker, Zarina, who we are celebrating together. And I'm sure you'll learn more about her story shortly. And thank you for participating in a celebration, right? We're celebrating Zarina's success. We're celebrating Piper's birthday. We're celebrating and recognizing everybody in the room for the life that we intend to lead and celebrate in our birthdays here, the balance of this year. What else do you find that's common at the intersection of zeal, right, and integrity? You find enthusiasm. I saw enthusiasm in everybody's face here today, and I so greatly appreciate it. Piper was born, obviously, in Oregon today, many years ago. I grew up in Oregon, and one of the stories I want to tell you is about my idol, my friend Bill Walton, who is, as I reflect back on the only championship that the Trailblazers ever won in 1976, I remember the streets, just people pouring into the streets to celebrate the Trailblazers winning the NBA championship. This man has gone on to be recognized in the NBA Hall of Fame as also recognized as one of the 10 most influential athletic figures in our century. And it's okay for me to admit that he's one of my idols. And I had a chance to work with Bill at my company, Swiftwick. And I always found that the thing that Bill did so well was express gratitude. And that's the third thing that we find at the intersection of zeal, a business driven by integrity and zeal, is a great degree of gratitude. And so it's incumbent upon me to express my appreciation for you participating with me in this birthday gift. It's incumbent upon me to be humbled when someone else offers me a compliment. And it's an opportunity for me to share with you an example of that, which would shut me up for about 1 minute and 30 seconds. So the next thing I want to do is talk about, by example, you have to lead in this area by example. I'm going to show you something and share with you an interview that Bill Walton completed. So celebration was first, right? And enthusiasm, following an example, is my comment about Bill. I like to follow a great example. And his example, from my perspective, is about enthusiasm. And so I'm going to take a second and share with you this. Now, in the spirit of participating, everybody stand up again, please. You're going to get your exercise and your chapel credit today. What you see in front of you is a legend in sports, and he opens his arms up wide. I think this is a familiar pose for those of us who think about it. And please join me in the Wick Wings. All right? Arms out wide. Here you go, everybody. This sounds good? All right. Now, smile really loud. Can you smile loud? All right. Now, listen to what, keep your arms open if you don't mind, and let me play for you something that I treasure, because it is somebody expressing a celebratory spirit, enthusiasm. And
I'm the luckiest guy in the world. I'm here at Swiftwick with my great friend Mark Cleveland, and I never ride my bike without Swiftwick socks. I've got all kinds of orthopedic, circulatory, skin issues, and so when I came across Mark, because of his support for all the different causes that I'm involved in and the programs to help other people learn how to ride their bikes and be able to ride their bikes for fun and health and all the things that we live for in life, Mark showed me a whole new world, and his product, his ingenuity, his creativity, his imagination, his passion for doing what's right in the world. I make all my decisions in life based on people, purpose, passion, programs, and projects. And that's why I'm here today with my great friend, Mark Cleveland. Because Mark Cleveland, he scores at 100% in all those different categories. I live to ride, I ride to live, and I never ride without Swiftwick socks. That guy is awesome. Mark Cleveland, Swiftwick.
And I will admit, I've met Mark last year, an awesome guy, and amazing to see a legend like you supporting Swiftwick. We know we got a great product here.
I'm the luckiest guy in the world because Mark provides me the tools and the equipment of Swiftwick to be able to go out and chase my dream. And here it is, right here, Interbike 2014, the opportunity to come and learn all this different stuff about all these fantastic products and companies and everything, and to be able to come to the foundation, because it all...
All right, that's enough. Are we tired? Thank you. So, what was that for me? I was my idol interviewed without any preparation or without any advanced knowledge and saying wonderfully difficult to, it's actually hard to hear a compliment. It's actually, for a lot of people it is, even for me, and I didn't mean to turn that into a commercial, honestly. That was really a moment where Bill Walton said some things to me that made me feel fantastic. And I watched him do that to everybody around him, not just me, but everybody, all the time, constantly. So that example of enthusiasm is from his own words. I thought I would share it with you. And then be the example. Bill is the example. I want to tell you how much I appreciate your time. And I want to tell you how much I appreciate your participation and just standing up there with me and spreading your arms out wide and listening to somebody say positive, gratitude-filled, amazing words about somebody else. So what I would challenge you to do is to think about in your own life celebrating at that intersection of integrity-driven businesses powered by zeal. I want you to think about enthusiasm in your life for the things that you do. You can overcome anything. And that's an outcome that will happen when you're driving your life through zeal and integrity. And then finally, be thankful, because it's not something you do alone. Take your compliments well and try to celebrate in life. One of my friends challenged me. I just challenged you. One of my friends challenged me recently to read Proverbs every day. So I picked this out of my reading because I thought that it was important that just because we might be able to have zeal, we have to come together, like here at Lipscomb, here together and study, alone and in quiet reflection. And we have to do that to gain knowledge. So zeal, ultimately without knowledge, is a certain way to miss the way. Thank you.